What is going on, guys? It is Thursday night. It is the Walker Report. We are part of NGSC Sports Caps. Remember the website? It's ngscsports.com for all your current sports content. So we are awaiting. Nicole will be a few minutes late. She said she got home late, so she'll be a few minutes late.
Okay.
And Alec, I seriously apologize, buddy, for earlier. I don't know what the heck was going on with the show. I apologize, but we'll have to like get on and work some kinks out before we do that again next time.
Well, you know what the funny thing was? Right after you got off, our power went out 3 times, glitched,
Wow.
came back on,
What?
went off again, but it was off for less than an hour.
Okay.
Wow.
So, and there's
Alec-
no storms or anything. So
Okay.
Yeah, I think if last I saw the hurricane, Aaron is going to stay
Oh.
out in the Atlantic Ocean from the tracks I've seen recently. So if not, it's going to hit the east coast of the United States up in the northern Florida, like Georgia, South Carolina, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, but from what I've seen, so
well, Adam,
Yeah.
have you seen what comes out tomorrow at 1:00?
No comment.
What would that be?
the investigation results from the NCAA.
Oh yeah.
Well, tomorrow. I was going to ask you, but how are you doing with the flooding in Tennessee? I saw it last night on the weather. Is that near you in Chattanooga?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Because I was eating sushi last night with my girlfriend, and I happened to be watching TV, and I'm like, Northern Tennessee is doing flood. I'm like, oh crap, I should message Adam because I wasn't sure, but what city you're in, or if you were being affected by the water, or
Well, it was Chattanooga and northern Georgia.
Mm-hmm. Right around me.
okay.
Yeah, we didn't get affected by it at all.
Like I said,
Well,
hopefully
what do y'all think of the title match in Perth between Rollins, Jey Uso, Punk, and I think there's one.
is it a
it's
fatal?
McIntyre?
Right.
No, McIntyre's going after Cody.
Oh.
It's Uso, Rollins, Punk. I don't know why it's slipping my mind who the fourth person is.
How
Breaker?
many are there? 4?
But
I-
on the other hand, what? Huh?
Well, I saw that pay-per-view starts. It's on Sunday, and it starts at 1:00 in the afternoon.
Wow.
What I saw. I mean,
The,
I went last night and upgraded my cable boxes here at the condo, and now I get all of the streaming services. That's all included in our HOA thing. So I'll be able to watch more pay-per-views down here. I don't have to go upstairs. So,
Nice.
Well, the problem is you're gonna have to upgrade that again in 2026.
yeah, they go to ESPN. Yeah, I know.
So
they go to
that's
ESPN.
so dumb.
Right.
Like
Well-
I don't understand why.
The NFL and WWE, because the NFL's doing the same thing. They got Sunday.
Yeah,
It's Red Zone,
Well,
I think,
and
is
then-
going to.
yeah, and they're talking about maybe making Red Zone for college football.
mm-hmm.
That would be
Yeah.
cool.
Nice. That'd be nice.
That'd be cool. There she is.
Hey, Nicole.
Oh dear.
There she is.
guys hear me?
We got you now.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Evening, Nicole.
How you guys doing?
All right.
Congrats on the spot for next year.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really, really excited. It was awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was so happy to see that when she posted on Facebook. I'm like, oh, she got it. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Should
Yeah.
be.
It was a great week. It was a really, really fun week and a lot of good memories made for sure.
Sure.
So, are
I'm
you playing in any other tournaments leading up to that one, or are you just gonna stick to doing the teaching pro stuff until next year?
No, I'm gonna play a lot because it's 10 months away. It's next June, so I have plenty of time to prepare and get ready. I have a pretty packed fall schedule coming up with a bunch of tournaments, traveling a little bit. So yeah, I'll definitely be playing a lot, and I'm actually gonna try and visit the course. It's up in Minnesota at Hazeltine. So I'm gonna try and visit it in October to see it like now, and then obviously go a little bit early for the tournament next year.
Mm. I'm always looking at the schedule for when your next tournament is.
Yeah, I try to post them as much as I can to keep
Sure.
people updated on my schedule.
Right. Yeah, I was
How
paying
did you-
attention to the last match you were in.
That's sweet. Thank you.
Sure.
How'd you do in your last tournament? I couldn't find it.
I had it on my Instagram. Was posting updates on there. I shot 5 under for 3 days. So I went 70, 72, 69. I finished fourth out of 50, I think was in the field, and top 8 got a spot in the KPMG next year. So it was good to finish where I did and play as well as I did.
Yeah. Very nice.
And that was up there in Nashville, right?
Yeah, it was at Hermitage Golf Club, and it technically was in Old Hickory, Tennessee, just outside of Nashville. But yeah, we stayed near there, so it was really fun and a nice area. It's back there next year, so it's good to already know the course for the qualifier next year.
Absolutely. Of course.
Was the
hear you,
course set
sorry.
up tough?
I mean, it played well for me. It played about 6,300 yards, so it wasn't overly long. Wasn't really a lot of danger. There was mainly just a lot of bunkers, not really a lot of water. But it was a really fun golf course. I liked it a lot. I saw it very well. So I think that's one of the reasons why I scored well too. But it had its challenges for sure. It's very interesting course. I had never really played a course like it. It was really, really fun.
Yeah, some courses do have tougher those, of course, the bunker sessions you gotta watch out for because that can make it a difference between a good day or a very bad day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, my uncle used to play golf, and although I didn't play at the level he did, I think I kind of learned a few things from that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It can get tricky. Like the course in Frisco was insanely difficult, and this one wasn't obviously as hard, but it still had its little quirks.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you said you finished in fourth, Nicole. What was the number one? Where did she finish?
It was actually a tie at 8 under, so it was only 3 shots off the lead, and they had to do a
Oh, yeah, that's
playoff,
good.
2-person playoff
Yeah.
That's awesome.
at the
You're only
end.
3 shots back. That's awesome.
But I birdied. Yeah, it was only 3 shots back. I birdied my 17th hole on the last day. I made about a 30-footer for birdie, which was huge because I didn't know where I was, and all I knew I needed top 8. And obviously I'm going into it thinking I want to win, but last day I think I was going into the last day I think 3 or 4 shots back. So I'm like, okay, maybe not a win, but definitely get top 8. So the whole day I didn't know where I was, but I was playing while I was 2 under. I'm like, I can't be that far off. And then when I birdied 17, 18's a tough par 5. It's either a 2-shot or a 3-shot, depending on what you want to do. And my dad was just like, "Do you want to play next year in the major?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Just make it a 3-shot hole, make par, you'll be fine." And I was like, "Okay." So that's how we handled it.
Father knows best.
Yes.
Yeah, that's 2 years in a row he's been really good for me in that tournament. So
Well,
That's really cool.
Yes.
that's where I think sometimes a caddy can play a pretty big role in your decision making of it. The only person that I can remember that ever goes against his caddy is Phil Mickelson, but that's
Of
another
course.
story. So, but most of the time, they're there to help you. I mean, obviously, you don't have to hit the shot that they recommend, but a majority of the time, the player will hit the shot that the caddy is like, "Yeah, just hit it down there. You're good."
yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Mm. And I think a caddy functions a lot like a crew chief. And he's got to make all the calls. Tell you when to pit, when to stay out, when to be aggressive, when to back off and just ride. But at the end of the day, the only one out there swinging the club is the golfer.
Yes.
And they got to be comfortable with. And I think it plays into a lot of what we talk about whenever we have Nicole on the show. Is that if you're not comfortable with your caddy being out there, if you can't communicate with each other, it's any kind of battery situation, whether it be pitcher, catcher, crew chief, driver, golfer, caddy. If you're not gelling, if you're not syncing alike, if you're not syncing similar thoughts when you're out there on the course, it makes it difficult to trust each other.
For sure. Yeah, it's a
Absolutely.
caddy player relationship is so important. It's vital. It can make a big difference. And luckily, having my dad on the bag, and he's been with me my whole career. He knows my game really well, and he knows what to tell me, and he knows how my game is in certain situations. So he's able to give me the right number and give me the right club for the right scenario.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like to have somebody else as your caddy?
I do, because that day will come eventually. My dad can't be on the bag forever. Um, I think it'll be somebody that I'm already close with now. Um, I think about it sometimes, but I try not to because it makes me sad. I wish my dad could be in the bag forever. But right now I'm enjoying him being there, and that day will come when it comes. So
And deal with it then.
yeah.
Would you, Nicole, prefer to have a male caddy or a female caddy? I mean, if that's a too personal question, I understand, but does it matter to you, or you just want someone who's similar to your dad that knows your game?
It really doesn't matter to me because my swing coach has caddied for me before, and
Okay.
I've been with her for 14 years, so she knows my game really well. But no, it doesn't. I would want somebody that I have a good relationship with that understands, my mental game and my actual game. That's really the biggest thing, and obviously knows a lot about golf and how to manage a player out there. So
Yeah, because there's been some good caddy player duos throughout the history of the game. A lot of them stuck with the players for a long time. I remember for the longest time you had Fanny, who was Nick Faldo's caddy for a long time. She was on the bag. Tiger went through a couple caddies that he kept for a while. But yeah, once you get one that you can trust, that is not only like Nicole said, not only for the club selection, but for mental too. You want to have someone that can calm you down when after you hit a bad shot. They're there to like, hey,
Yeah.
like she said about, with her dad on that decision. Hey, do you want to play in a major? You make that decision. If you hit the shot and it's bad, we don't get in the top 8, so we miss out. Or do we hit the safe shot and we're in the tournament, come next year? So yeah, that's smart person to have. And I think I read a book, may have read a book about it. Somebody sent me a book about caddies, about how important they are, and read about them that the two that I read about in the book were from St. Andrews, where the game was invented. About how they deal with different types of players every day. Because at that golf course, you have to have a caddy. That's a course that it's required that you have to have a caddy. So I've never had one personally, but
Yeah, neither have I.
so never had one.
No.
It makes your life a lot easier. I'll tell you that.
I would love to have one so that I have somebody so that I could keep. My biggest problem is I play, this is back when I was still playing. I haven't played in about 10 years now. But before I broke my foot, ever since I broke my foot, I haven't been out and play. But my biggest problem with playing solo is that I couldn't stay down properly on the ball because I wanted to see where it was gonna go so that I wouldn't have to wander around for 10 minutes looking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
So, me and Brad, we were talking about this after we let you go the last time we had you on. Is we were discussing it off air. So you're a teacher, you're board certified and kosher and all that. So we had a question about teaching someone how to swing. So is it harder to teach someone that's the opposite hand from you, or is it easier? Because I believe you're right-handed, correct?
Yes, I'm right-handed. But I've had my fair share of lefties that I've taught, and for me, it doesn't make a difference because in the teaching program, in the teaching world, we're taught like lead and trail side. We're not really taught like left or right, and we're taught that so you know what to do when you have a left-handed player. So if I'm saying, okay, I want you to get your lead side more through the ball, to the lefty, it's going to be their lead side. I don't have to get confused with left or right. So for me, it's not a big deal. I can't speak for other teachers, but we're taught lead and trail. So knowing that, it makes not only easier to just explain it to somebody, but it has them understand it better.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that does make sense because if you're taught, I mean, if you're taught a certain way to teach all, because really, like you said, the only difference between lefties and righties is you're standing on the other side of the ball. I mean, that's really it. It's still the same swing. You're still trying to get it from square to square, because at the end of the day, you're square at when you set the club down, and then you're trying to get it back to square, from upswing to impact. So that's the hard part. That's the hard part about golf is getting it back to
Yeah.
square at impact. And again, and Nicole can vouch for this too. It always seems like the pros get to it more easier or more often than amateur players do. But you do occasionally. I've seen pros on TV, and it happens. It happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
We have a third country heard from.
Right.
Well, when's your next? When are you getting out? And where are you playing next?
Yeah, that's what I want too.
Yeah, so my summer schedule's pretty much died down. I don't really have anything else coming up like in the next couple of weeks. My fall schedule is going to start like mid-end September. I'm playing in a couple things and starting up my fall. And then once I hit October and November, it's going to be a lot. I'm going to be traveling and playing a lot. So I always post like tournament live updates, like what I'm doing currently on my Instagram page. My Facebook, my dad handles, so it's more of like highlights sometimes. But mostly tournaments like in Florida. I'm going to try and travel a little bit. I'd like to play in some more women's tour events this fall instead of as many men's ones, so I can try and win a little bit of money. It's hard to win some money against those guys because they're really good. And from their yardage, they're almost impossible to beat. So.
Right.
Do we want to let Nicole go and
That's up
carry
to
on
her.
with the show?
That's up to her. Whatever she wants
If
to.
you have any more questions, I'll stick around.
Okay.
Well, I got all the questions I had out of the way. We just like having you on whenever you're.
I like being here. Yeah, I appreciate you guys making time.
I
I will
Nicole,
talk golf anytime.
I was at the Threshers game last night when they got, or not last night, Tuesday night when they got blown out by Lakeland. Now they're winning.
Uh-huh.
When I'm not there, they're winning. So.
Of course they're winning.
No, they lost when I went last time. I was like, ugh, but it happens.
That was the first game this year that I've been in person that they've lost.
Oh, really? Wow.
Very first game. And I'm going again next Saturday, and then I'm going to go the following Tuesday. After Labor Day, I'm going to go. So they're playing the Tampa Tarpons, and that's the Yankees
All right.
team.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually when I go to a game, my team usually wins, but I do remember a few losses. I'm not going to mention it, but I'm not exactly 100%. One game I actually went to ended in extra innings, and if I remember correctly, it was the last day of the season.
Yeah.
Back, but don't forget, guys, this was over 40 years ago, so it was. And unfortunately, that was the game we lost.
I'm just glad my Phillies are in first place right now. That's all I'm looking at.
Yeah, I mean, from out of nowhere. I mean, a month ago they were like dead in the water, and now they're 4.5 up on the Mets.
Yeah. Makes me happy.
Yeah.
Goodness.
A word of caution, Nicole. You'll always know of a team I don't like.
Yeah, you won't say the name right.
Exactly.
I don't like the Mets either, so
Thank
I don't
you.
blame you.
You're wrong. Hey,
Don't
Lou,
even
you're
talk to
wrong.
me about the Mets.
Thank you.
Lou, you're wrong. They're not 4 games up. They're 5.
Even better.
So is baseball after golf? Is baseball your thing, or do you like other sports after?
Yeah.
I know we established you like baseball. You like the Phillies.
Yeah, I'm a huge baseball fan. My dad
Okay.
played pro ball in the minor leagues for a few years, so
Oh,
we're
for
definitely grown up baseball family. And he played for the Braves, ironically, which is hilarious that I'm a Phillies fan. But
Uh-oh.
yeah, we're just always I've always grown up around baseball, and I just fell in love with it, and I'm very into it. And I also love football. I watch football. I'm really looking forward to football season.
Let me guess. Eagles?
Yes, but I also root for my Bucks. I'm kind of all over in football. I wouldn't say I'm like a diehard for anybody. I like the sport.
Okay.
Football.
But football and baseball are my 2 others that I'm really into.
Nicole, any college football or just pros?
USF. That's where my dad went. I've always been a Bulls family. So
USF.
go Bulls.
I can't wait. A couple weeks away. We kick it off against
2
Boise
weeks.
State.
2 weeks.
On a Thursday.
Boise State.
Rutgers. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
They're gonna let Rutgers play football?
Yes.
Hey,
Okay,
Bradley,
I didn't-
Brad, what's our pun about Rutgers?
Rutgers sounds like a hard candy, not a university.
Yeah. I've heard that one too.
It's like a Jolly Rancher. That's what Rutgers is. Rutgers sounds like a hard candy that you eat more than a university. But they have Shiano there. As long as they have Shiano there, they're going to win. Like he leaves,
They'll do better.
77.
So
they'll do better. They won't win any league championships, but they'll do better. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'd put that right. They always seem to get to a bowl game, don't they? Most of the time, they get
but it's like third tier. It's like a third tier bowl game.
Still getting to a bowl game.
Well, they'd be like, I have them at 8-4 this year. I think looking at it right now.
I like that.
Let's see.
I have them between 7 and 8 wins. They don't play Ohio State, which
yes, they do.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, November 22nd.
Oh.
They open.
You can pencil that in. It's a loss automatically.
They open with Ohio. Then they play Miami of Ohio. Norfolk State, so they're 3-0 right there. And they got a tough one at home with Iowa.
Those first two games are MAC schools.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past one of them to beat Rutgers.
No.
Nah.
No.
It's college football.
Nah,
anything can happen.
Well, I'll put it this way.
But
I'll put it this way. If Rutgers played more non-conference games, I think we have a better season because when we go up against conference teams like, Illinois, Penn State, Minnesota, that's when the slaughter begins. Ugh.
What about Ohio State always gives y'all fits?
Do they ever?
Here we go.
They're in the conference. I know they raised some more money, but it's not fair competition when you're going against the big schools. And then
they should have never left the. They should have never left the Big East.
The Big East never should have dissolved in the first place.
No, and it shouldn't have, but it did.
Money.
But the Big East looked like a strong conference, and then they decided to just disbanded it. You don't think so?
Because the Big East wasn't a strong conference.
No,
it didn't. Who was in the Big East? There wasn't any.
Syracuse, Miami.
Syracuse. No. Maybe if it was 1955, but Syracuse hadn't been relevant for 10 years. They were not drawing. The Carrier Dome was half empty 90% of the time.
Well, and now you look at it, it's not even the Carrier Dome anymore.
No.
It's the JMA Wireless Dome.
Whatever, you get my meaning.
Yes, I do. Just like the Lightning renamed their arena.
Yeah. Do you see that?
They got a new sponsor.
Yeah.
Hedge Fund International Arena.
Yeah.
And everybody's upset. They're like, this is the worst. This is the worst investment group you could have sold to. There was people with higher bids.
They should go back to the Ice Palace.
Yeah.
Or go back to Tampa Bay Times Forum.
Yeah, the newspaper still.
Yeah.
Nicole, where did you go to high school?
I did Florida virtual school from 7th grade to 11th grade. I graduated a year early. So I started that in 7th grade, and I just got through it quickly, and I was able to graduate in 11th grade.
The reason I ask is next Friday night I have my first high school football game I announced for Pinellas Park High School. So I was just curious if you had gone to high school in the area. I went to Gibbs. I graduated from Gibbs. But I was just curious. I think you've told us in the past that you did virtual school, but yeah. Well, Nicole would have been playing golf.
Well, my dad. I actually did consider it because my dad has been at Palm Harbor High School since it opened 30 years ago. So he's going into his 30th year. He's the athletic director now. He hasn't been the whole time, but he's the AD now. And before I got into the virtual school scene, I was considering that. but it just didn't really fit right for me.
That's cool. Like I said, I got to play with Brittany Lincecum when she was in high school, so fellow
Yeah.
tour player.
Yeah. She's the coolest. She followed me on Instagram. I don't know if she's gonna watch this or not, but she followed me on Instagram when I was in Texas, and I was in the hotel room, and I was like, and she DM'd me, and I was like, oh my goodness, I was like fangirling through the roof, and I still talk to her sometimes, and I just posted about my visit to Cabot, Old Worldwoods, and she commented, and she was like, oh, I want to play it. I haven't played it. I was like, I'll play with you. So, yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been up there since they changed the name. I know that you have to have a caddy now. I think that's requirement. Let me ask you, Nicole, when it was World Woods, what was your favorite course? Was it Pine Barrens or was it
I never played it. I
No
never played
way.
Worldwoods. Never played it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and last week I just played Cabot for the first time, and it is absolutely incredible. I played the Karoo course, and then I played the short course, the Wedge. It's like 11 holes, and it was incredible. It was so incredible.
Yeah, I remember playing both of them. We would go up. We would get a tee time at like 7:30 in the morning. We'd go up there at like 5:30, and the pro shop would open at 6, and you'd go in and get breakfast, and then there was some time I can remember going up there. It was like 20 degrees outside, so we couldn't go out right away because of the frost. They wouldn't let us go on the golf course because of the frost. So it was like you were in layers, and playing golf in layers is never fun. Like that's not fun
Yeah.
when you're cold or playing in the wind is another one. Speaking of that, the Ryder Cup is coming up next month at Bethpage, and you have to. I saw the whole process on a YouTube short before we got on that. If you want to get a tee time, you have to get in the parking lot the night before. They hand you a ticket, and then you get a number called. And if you get your number called, you might get a tee time. That's just how crazy it is at Bethpage. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm excited for the Ryder Cup this year. It'll be good.
Yeah, that's the tournament that drives my blood pressure high every year, or every 4 years, every 2 years, should I say? Every 2.
Yeah. Even more so than the other one?
Yeah, I like the Ryder Cup better than the President's Cup. I know
I do
the President's Cup is more international players. It's everyone outside of Europe.
Yes.
But there's just something about Europe and the United States against each other every 2 years. And again, it was in the even years because of 9/11, and then it went back to the odd years after COVID. So it changed. It's changed twice in the last some odd years. It was in the odd years, and then 9/11 hit, and they switched it to the even years, and then COVID hit, they switched it back to the odd years.
Unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you guys think back, every major tournament on both the LPGA and PGA Tour were canceled. I mean, they didn't know what they were going to do. And I remember going to the Valspar, and you had to wear a mask outside. You had to wear a mask at all times, and you had to stay in the gallery. They had spots that you had to stay so far apart from everybody else. So not a fun time on the golf course when you can't cheer for your favorite golfer because you got a mask on and they can't hear you cheering. So, but yeah, I'm excited about the Ryder Cup. I don't have they finalized who's playing for each side? I don't.
No, not yet.
Nah,
No.
not yet. No.
The Americans have announced Scheffler, Spawn, and Schofield, and the Europeans have announced McIlroy, Rose, and Fleetwood.
Fleetwood. I feel sorry for Tommy Fleetwood. He had a 3 or 4 shot lead last week, and he blew it in the final few holes. And Justin Rose won in a playoff. Yeah, those, and then then having to be interviewed after and having to hold back. I'm not going to say tears or anger, but frustration. you could see it on his face that he did not want to be interviewed and ask questions about his claps. I mean, he's.
I mean, when a golfer is like that, and he's in total control, and then all of a sudden hits the skids, and then the media hounding it. I mean, I can't say I blame him for not wanting to talk to the media. I know that the media has to get involved because of their job, but there has to be a point where you gotta say, like, look, I blew it. I had a bad day. I need to be alone right now. So the media has to know when to back off too.
I think, Lou, that goes with any sport. I think if you are, I mean, I remember when the Lightning won when did they play the Dallas Stars? Their first cup or the second? First cup.
First cup.
The COVID Cup. They interviewed the goaltender for the Dallas Stars after the game, and they go, "Oh, you're due for a contract," and he's like, "Yeah, I really don't want to talk about that right now. We just lost the Stanley Cup."
Yeah, I mean, when you're losing, when you're lost, I mean, it's hard to be in a good mood and talk to you.
Yeah.
Like, not now. Look, I'm pissed off. We lost the major championship. Right now, fight me, okay?
I'm wholeheartedly with you, Lou. I would say the same thing and say, ask me tomorrow. Let me.
What do you expect?
For a little bit. Let me talk.
That's like the reporters that ask Saban or Belichick a stupid question.
Yeah.
What do you expect your response to be?
Hey, look, we lost. What do you expect?
If you want to ask, this is what I figured out. You ask stupid questions, you get stupid responses.
Yes.
Any sport it is. Hockey, football, baseball, basketball.
UFL. Oh.
Basketball, it really depends on who the person is that's being interviewed. Like if it's LeBron.
The NBA schedule's out, is it not? Did they just announce that today?
Yes, they did.
Okay. That's what I thought. I thought I saw that earlier that they had announced the NBA schedule was out, which is kind of funny that now the NBA and the NFL both have games on Christmas Day. That used to be the NBA's holiday. Now the NFL's got into that too. So
I wouldn't be surprised at some point if the NHL joins in on having games Christmas Day.
No, they actually said since 1972 they said no, we're not doing it, and they'll never do it. They used to do it.
But yet they'll have a game on Black Friday.
Yes, well, I think because maybe Christmas Day is more sacred than say Black Friday. I mean, Black Friday, it's more of just a shopper's holiday, and then that. So that's looking for an escape. But the NHL used to play on Christmas Day, but they stopped that in 1972, and they said, we'll never do this again. Never.
Because the NHL starts in a few months. I think the season starts first week of October.
Yep.
October is the first games of the season.
First week of October. The Lightning open up at home against the Senators on the 9th. So.
Yeah, I was looking at the Lightning schedule. It's weird how they have it mapped out the first month and a half of the season.
Yeah.
They open at home and then they have a 4-game road trip. Then they come back home, play 3, go back on the road.
Yeah.
And they do their, I don't want to call it West Coast, but it's like Nashville.
No.
Nashville, Dallas, and whatever other teams are in that central time zone.
Yeah.
Nicole, are you a hockey fan?
Uh-oh.
I know absolutely nothing about hockey.
Okay.
So I root for the Lightning. Go Tampa Bay, but
okay.
I don't know anything about hockey.
Well, I was gonna say since you cheer for the Eagles and the Phillies, I thought maybe you were a Flyers fan.
Oh Flyers. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I kind of get grandfathered into the hockey fan base.
Well,
but I don't even know hockey. I don't know how it's played, so I can't really say.
Let's see. I'm a Rangers fan. My girlfriend's a Devils fan. My best friend is a Bruins fan. Oh well.
Ooh, you got it all, Lou. You got it
Bruins, Flyers, Rangers.
Isn't that awful?
Yikes. Well,
Rangers and Devils,
wait.
actually.
So, Lou, you think you have it bad? I'm a Lightning fan, but
Okay.
I work with a couple of Boston Bruins fans.
Bees.
Well, look, being that I'm in the New York area, you know how you feel about, we New York fans, how we feel about, Boston teams in general. I mean, hey, we love the city, but boy, do we despise the teams. Oh boy. Yeah. If you want to see a puking contest, there's your answer. Sorry, it's not so grotesque.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, and the guy I work with, he's a Bruins, Patriots, Celtics, and Red Sox fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it all.
Yeah, all bad.
Oh, I give him a hard time.
Good.
Especially with the Red Sox. I'm like, I ask him every Friday and Saturday how the Red Sox are doing, and sometimes he'll say, "Oh, I'm about done with them. I'm about ready to just start watching football."
Yeah, right.
Why, they're in second place in the division. Why does he need to stop watching baseball?
Because he doesn't like that the ownership is cheap and doesn't spend money.
Aha.
Got Alex Bregman. What does he want? Does he want us to go out and get Juan Soto? I mean, what did he want us to do?
No, I think it's just because he's used to the Red Sox not being
right
this competitive.
Well, would you look at that? San Diego's in first place. How about them apples?
The Padres are in first place.
One game over the Tigers. One game over the Dodgers. Yeah.
I mean, this was shocking since the Dodgers are so dominant.
Wait, Brad, didn't we talk about that on our podcast?
Yeah, I
like
picked
2.5 months ago.
I picked San Diego to win it all. No, the season's not over, obviously, but I picked San Diego to win it all.
I think it's either this weekend or next weekend. They play the Dodgers.
Yep.
And what did we say about that? That's get out your movie butter or movie popcorn, because you know that things are going to go crazy with those two teams playing each other. They don't like each other, throwing at each other. There were I think the last time, didn't they have a bench clearing brawl?
Yep.
Bench clearing managers were fighting with each other the last time they got together. So, yeah.
Good old fashioned Donnybrook.
Well, Bradley, as a colleague of ours says on a certain show, he says to me, Louis, who is the only team that can beat the Dodgers? We usually play the Dodgers themselves, but in this case, they are the Padres have an answer for that.
Hopefully,
I wouldn't say the Rockies, but the Rockies are in last place.
And that, my friend, is why they play the games.
Uh-huh.
Unless you're the Rockies, then I don't know why they play the games.
Here's an answer for you.
Or same with the White Sox. I don't know why the White Sox play the game either.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a joke for you guys. Want to hear a joke?
Sure.
Yeah.
The Rockies.
The joke.
Yeah.
He didn't get that. He didn't. Yeah.
I get it.
That's the joke is the Rockies. Yeah. What he's trying to say.
Yeah. The Rockies are the joke.
The Rockies are the joke.
Yeah,
that's
they
what
are.
he's getting at.
Let's put it this way: you've heard a Rocky Mountain high. This is a Rocky Mountain low. Oof.
Very low.
Rocky Mountain low. Oh,
this is a Rocky Mountain oyster.
The Rockies have 88 losses this season.
The White Sox have.
Here's a question: will they hit 100 losses before September 1st?
Yes.
Thank you.
I think so. I think they will.
Well, let's see. What is today? The 12th? The 13th?
Today's the 14th.
14th.
Oh, today is the 14th.
Yeah, they'll surpass 100 losses.
Oh,
yeah,
there's 31. There's 17 days left in August.
Mm-hmm.
And they should play.
As long as they don't have any games rained out.
Well, that could be a blessing for them.
They've got 17 games left before September 1st. So they'd have to lose 12 of 17 to get to 100. And they're playing Arizona. They're playing the Diamondbacks as we speak. The game's just getting ready to get underway here.
Okay.
It's a 4-game set. I hope the Diamondbacks sweep them.
I'll say 3 out of 4.
I was thinking the same thing.
I don't think Colorado's going to win a game.
4 games against the Diamondbacks, 4 games against the Dodgers, all at home.
Oof.
Ouch.
All at home. 8-game homestand.
They'll lose 7 of 8. I'll give them 1 game against the D-backs.
They're gonna go 0 for 8.
Then they hit the road to play Pittsburgh. They have a day off. They beat the Astros in Houston and return home to play the Cubs.
Now, against Pittsburgh, they might have a chance because Pittsburgh isn't that great either. So they might have a chance to win that.
Might.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's 51 and 71 so far this year.
Not good. I mean, I was expecting better. You know, Paul Skeens has not been the golden boy.
Well, you know what
They don't have anything.
Well, you know what I read the other day? They're already talking, and they've already started extension talks with him.
I would walk away.
Yeah.
And that's what the fans are saying. They're like, you should walk away and you should go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Problem is, I don't think their GM is gonna budge at all. He's gonna want a big time return for Skeens.
Unless he just walks in free agency. When is he a free agent?
2029.
29.
Oh, Jesus. Kill me.
Yeah.
Yep. And the funny thing is, I think he's going to somehow end up on the Dodgers.
Or the Yankees or the Sox.
You know what? I could absolutely see the Yankees because at that point, Garrett Cole will be gone.
Or Nicole's Phillies.
Or Cole will be.
Not either.
Oh.
How old will Cole
be? Or
40?
maybe with the new ownership of the Rays, maybe the Rays.
That's a possibility, depending on how much money they spend.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. And he could end up in Boston or Buffalo.
Or Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Oh, the Reds.
The Reds.
Or he could be on Mars. Who knows? He could quit baseball altogether.
I was thinking Jupiter, but okay.
He could go into the military.
He could get hit by an asteroid.
That's true. I think I just saw her pass by.
I mean,
who knows?
like I said, he could enroll in the military.
Yeah, he could.
He could
also become. He could get really into the 60s and no one could ever see him again.
Yes.
That's a Sandlot thing if you don't follow that.
Yeah. We're here all week, folks.
That's a Sandlot quote.
Unfortunately, yes, we are.
That's my favorite sports movie of all time. All time. That's my favorite.
You don't know Babe Ruth?
The Babe
Ruth? George?
Some woman signed that baseball. Her name was Baby Ruth. Babe Ruth.
That's where he got the name.
I stand corrected. You dead where you stand.
You know where you stand.
That was signed by Herman. I stand corrected. You're dead where you stand. That's hilarious.
George Herman Ruth.
Well, the funny thing is, Dennis Leary is a big Red Sox fan.
Right.
At the end of the movie, he gets that baseball, which I don't care who you're a fan of. It's signed by Mantle, Ruth, Garrick. All of them signed that ball.
That's right.
I mean, that ball's worth God knows how much.
Now
$500,000.
You're probably looking at least $1,000 if you sold it.
1,000? If you offered me that ball for $1,000, I would kill my grandmother for it, and she's dead.
Yeah.
I would say
that ball would be worth $500,000 on its worst day. I wouldn't even open the binning for anything less than $500,000.
Back then,
if somebody gave you an autographed Babe Ruth card for that ball, you wouldn't take it.
That ball has Ruth and Gehrig. It has Murderer's Row on it. It's got everybody on it. It's worth way more than just one card with one signature.
Guys, real quick, Nicole's got to jump off. So
okay.
Have a good night, Nicole.
Sorry,
good night. We'll see you again. Come back on and let us know what's going on as you get closer to your tournament.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Okay.
Stay in touch.
I appreciate it.
Yep.
Yes, please
Thank you. I appreciate you guys.
You're
Have
welcome.
a good night.
You too.
Okay.
Cool.
Is she gone?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, where are we? The race ball? Okay? Let me back up and let me say: are you talking about the Murderer's Row ball or the original Ruth ball, the chewed up one?
No, the Murderer's Row ball.
Murderer's Row ball.
Murderer's Row ball. If you could find one that was authenticated, you could practically ask anything for it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's gotta be worth anywhere from half a mil to $1 million or more.
Easy.
Yeah, easy.
Because, like you said, you're talking Ruth, Gehrig. I don't know if Mano was on that ball or not. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, he had to be.
Is that too early for Mickey?
I think so. I thought Mickey was the 50s.
No, Mickey came in 1951. So
yeah, it would have been too early.
Yeah,
it would have been Ruth and Gehrig and
DiMaggio.
That's right.
DiMaggio?
Yeah.
Yogi? Would Yogi be on there?
Yes, Yogi.
Yes. Okay.
Which DiMaggio still owns the longest hitting streak in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it'll
56
It will
games.
never be broken. Never.
Whitey Ford?
So it's Eddie Combs, Mark Koenig, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, Bob Meusel, and Tony Larazzi. And the 1926 Yankees.
Okay.
None of us were around yet.
No way.
I wish we were.
Well, baseball is much different than it is today. Back then, they didn't. Because I think back in those days, they didn't play night games. They didn't travel.
No.
That didn't come until later on.
First night game was in '39. Then I think in the '50s became more night games, and then West Coast started back in '56 when the Giants moved.
And the Dodgers, right? Challengers and the Giants.
Later.
Okay.
Did y'all little known fact? Did y'all know before they had the Rays, they were trying to get the Giants to move to Florida?
That I didn't know.
That was the rumor.
Oh yeah.
Good old rumor.
That never passed.
That's just like in the movie Little Big League, the guy goes, she's talking about the Brooklyn Dodgers. He goes, the Dodgers played in Brooklyn? The Dodgers played in Brooklyn? Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
My mother's a big Dodgers fan.
Before they moved. I think there was a lot of hearts broken in New York when they moved from Brooklyn to LA. A lot of hearts broken.
And then you went with the Mets. Oh well. And what do they say about the Mets? They're nothing but old-time Dodgers and Giants fans.
That's just like Yankee fans.
Yeah. Yeah, but we've been here since 1903.
I'm saying Yankee fans that jump on the bandwagon when the Yankees are doing good.
Right.
And then when they have one bad season, they hop to another team.
Right. Well, the New York crowd has always been rough. So you had to remember that. I mean, because in New York, if they're doing great, they'll love you. If you're doing lousy, boy, they're gonna harp on you.
Let me ask y'all this: who are Goldschmidt is supposedly going on the IL for the Yankees, and both their trade deadline guys they picked up are hurt. So what is the next? What is the basically what I'm trying to say is who do they call up? Because I was watching the video before we got on of this guy that was a Yankee fan, and he was saying it's probably going to be like Jorge Vivas, but they got a kid that's like the next. He's the same height as Aaron Judge, and he's been hitting tanks in AAA. And everybody's like, "Oh, why don't you call him up since he's a first baseman and an outfielder. You have a spot for him." But the problem is they would have to DFA somebody because he's not on the 40-man roster. Spencer Jones.
Yes.
Who got called? Who's the number one prospect that got called up today? Thought I saw something that popped up today that somebody got called up.
It was Nolan McLean from the Mets. And he's probably going to start Saturday, and then Owen Casey of the Cubs.
That's what it was. It was Casey. He was the one that I saw today that got called from the Cubs.
But the people are saying that he's probably not going to stick around because he's an outfielder, and there's nowhere for him to play because they've got Happ in the outfield. They've got Pete Crow Armstrong. And they've got Willie Castro that can also play the outfield. So they're thinking if he does stick around, it would be part-time just to get ABs and probably DH. I see where the Rays are calling up Bobby Seymour. And he's going to join the team in San Francisco. He's been mashing in AAA. He has 30 home runs.
Right. Oh yeah.
The Rays need all the help they can get right now.
Well, I guess my question, bud, because Alec, you're buddy, you're a Rays fan. Is it time to draw the people out to Steinbrenner Field? Is it time to call the kids up and say, okay, here's what we have in the minors. Let's call them up and see how they do.
I mean, with Walls going on the injured list, I would say Carson Williams might still be blocked because Hassan Kim has taken over at shortstop. And you're not putting Cam Minero on the bench.
No.
Kid has 34 home runs. Brandon Lau's having a good second half. And you don't want Carson Williams sitting on the bench, not getting reps at shortstop. So I would assume you won't see Carson Williams until 2026. The only other guys I could maybe see coming up, maybe Xavier Isaac or Trey Morgan, because you still do technically have an opening in left field. I still don't trust Christopher Morel. Even though he kind of, in a way, he's kind of turning his season around. He's had a good road trip. But I think every one of us know that he's probably going to fall back down to earth soon enough.
Sure.
And he doesn't have any minor league options. So if you send him down, he would have to go through waivers.
Right.
And I bet one of the teams that's at the top of the waiver wire would gladly take him just to see if they could fix his issues he's having with it. He's not bad defensively. It's his hitting. He strikes out a lot. I think he's got a strikeout rate of over 30%. And he does not walk. He barely walks. Can you look that up, Bradley, and see what Christopher Morel's strikeout percentage is?
Sure.
30%.
Because I know Spencer Jones for the Yankees, it's in AAA. His is like 30. I think they said it was 35.5% strikeout rate.
Wow.
But the kid's hitting home runs, and it's the same way with Bryce Eldridge with the Giants, which the Giants have an opening at first base because they've been easing Rafael Devers away from first base.
Yeah, I'm happy to get rid of that cancer. So
Yeah.
happy to get rid of that cancer. Let him do it in San Francisco. Like I said before, I thought they should have kept Xander Bogaerts and got rid of him a long time ago.
Right.
I actually agree.
It looks like as of right now, his strikeout percentage is 36.5.
Jesus.
36.5 is what I see on baseball Savant, MLB.com. So this is Savant is the StatCast for
Baseball Savant.
Yeah, it says batting. His strikeout percentage is 36.5. He whiffs 39% of the time, and his walk percentage is 7.5. So you could see that he doesn't walk very often. He does not walk very often at all. So
and
why does Kevin Cash keep putting him in the freaking lineup every night?
He's hitting 208. His on-base percentage is 274, slugging 385. His OPS is 659 this season.
Why is he in the lineup?
Yeah.
Get other people at bats. There's more worthy people that need at bats other than Christopher Morel. I can name you two off the top of my head. One of them, hilariously, we got from the Yankees for Jose Caballero, Everson Pereira, who just got called up the other day and went 2 for 5. And then Tristan Peters, who should be getting reps in left field. The thing is, I can't stand these guys on the local radio. They're like, oh, if your name's Tristan, you shouldn't be in the lineup.
I know local media here, they don't like Christopher Morel. I could tell you one guy, and that's Tom Krasnicki. He can't stand Christopher Morel. Kras wanted him gone at the deadline. So, yeah.
Problem is, I don't know what you would have got in return for him.
Probably very.
And he's on the dollar, basically.
Because
you could have tried to sell low for him.
Yeah.
He needs to change his scenery.
If they were that worried about it, they'll get rid of him in the offseason. He'll be gone. He won't be on the 2026 Rays next season.
No, because if you look at all the guys they've got in the outfield, you've got DeLuca, you've got Palacios, you've got Mangum, you've got Lowe, you've got Pereira, Peters, a couple other, Chandler Simpson.
I got a question for you, bud. And this was brought up on local show the other day. With the new ownership coming in a few weeks, I think that's when the deal's supposed to be finalized in September. Is it more important for the new ownership to get a new stadium deal or to bring the payroll up to secure players? Where do you think? I mean, you guys can all answer this question if you want.
Both.
I'm a big Rays fan.
Both,
so.
and I'll both. And
okay.
I'll say why.
Okay.
New stadium. I read the other day where the mayor of St. Pete, Ken Welch, now that there's new ownership, he's open to talking the same deal that he had on the table with Sternberg with the new ownership. And the other thing I'm going to say about ownership is Junior Caminero, Chandler Simpson, Shane McClanahan, who unfortunately is not going to pitch this year.
Nope, got shut down.
Shane Boz, Jude Rasmussen. They should all be Joe Boyle. They should all be running to the ownership's office, looking to get extensions. And Chandler Simpson. They should all be running to the ownership's office looking for new contracts, looking for extensions. And I'll tell you, here's the other reason I say that. Look at what the Braves did. They locked up all their younger bats at the time. And look, I know this year's a down year for them, but it got them a World Series.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think those guys need to go to ownership and say, look, give me an extension. I don't care how much the money is. I want to stay in Tampa. Now that there's new ownership, and I know that we're probably going to spend money. Stadium, I would love a new stadium, and preferably in Tampa.
I think that's where it's going to be.
Sick of it being in St. Pete.
I don't think they're coming. I think what they'll do is new ownership will get a stadium deal done in Tampa. They'll finish out the lease at Tropicana Field, and then they'll build condos or whatever where Tropicana Field sits in St. Pete. They'll refurbish that area because the area where Tropicana Field sits now is the old, I forget what they call that area in St. Pete, the gas plant district. They used to have gas plants down there, and of course now that's old technology. So they have all those factories and stuff down there that are abandoned.
Right.
So they'll just bring that land up. They'll rebuild everything, put a bunch of money into the city, will put a bunch of. But no, I agree. I think the stadium should stay in Tampa. I think
Ybor City.
I was just about to say that myself, but I think Ybor would be perfect because
the problem is I've been watching. I don't know if y'all have heard of Brody Brazil. He's a guy that does like sports content on YouTube, and he was talking about the stadium thing for the Rays, and he's like the developer where the Rays wanted to put the stadium in Ybor. They're like, oh, because I guess they were already building something in Ybor previously. That land developer came out and said, look, there's no more room here. And take into account, this is when Sternberg was still in charge. I think he was saying that because he knew Sternberg was looking into putting the Rays there and he didn't want to negotiate with him.
True.
That's like, let me ask y'all this. Do we think the A's are actually going to work in Vegas?
I think so.
Because there's people saying no, they're not going to work in Vegas, and they're going to end up in like
Vancouver,
Salt Lake City, or Charlotte, or Portland.
If the A's fail again, I don't know. I don't know.
Out of those three cities I just named, I could see if Vegas doesn't work, I could see him going to Salt Lake City because there's already been renderings of what a stadium would look like in Salt Lake City. It would be on the water in downtown, right around where the Jazz play.
Right.
And I mean, sign me up. I'd go to a A's game in Utah if it's on the water, if their stadium's on the water.
Yes.
I don't know if Vegas is going to work for them.
It depends. I mean, the problem is that it doesn't. It's not about working or not working. It's about whether they're good or not. And they're not any good. And it won't work if they're not saying,
hear me out. People are saying once the A's move to Vegas that they're actually going to start spending money and bringing up the payroll.
That's not going to guarantee.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Let me ask Luis Severino how that's working for him right now. Oh, wait, you can't. He's hurt. He's on the injured list.
Oh, look at that! They're not only are they building a new football stadium for USF, they're remodeling the Yingling Center for the basketball teams.
Huh.
That's
I
cool.
wonder if the baseball facilities next.
Do you know, speaking of baseball, do you know that a majority of college baseball teams play on rubber, not real clay?
Yeah, sure.
Not
Yeah.
The softball field has the clay. The baseball field doesn't. Just saying that out loud, being that I've been to both venues, they're right next to each other.
So have I many times.
So,
It was the same way where I went at UNF. The softball field had real clay, baseball field didn't.
yeah, you can look it up. I think there's only 10 or 15 teams that play on actual clay in college baseball. Most of them play.
Wow, pretty low
turf.
percentage.
Yeah, most of them play on turf. Let me look
Missed
that up.
Yeah, no wonder it's injuries.
So, what did y'all think of Shadur's preseason debut?
I don't think he did that bad. I think he was a little bit hard on himself though, because didn't play a perfect game. He said, "Oh, I gotta apologize to my dad." For what? You did the best you could. You were playing your first game. You had two touchdown passes.
My thing is
really.
the questions the reporter asked him after the game. If you're, like I said earlier, if you're gonna ask stupid questions,
Yeah,
expect a stupid response.
exactly.
Like, he's just a kid trying to learn, and people are like,
How to grow up.
Yeah.
trying to learn the NFL.
Or what about with Joe Burrow saying, "Oh well, I didn't have a great night because I screwed up on one pass, even though I had two touchdowns. Oh, I was not happy at all, and I didn't have the teams for me." Oh, shut up.
No, and then the media, when they talk about the Bengals, they just blow it out of proportion. They're like, "Oh, they're 1-9 in their first two games of the season." Not every team has a good first 2 weeks of the regular season.
That's true.
Because they're still trying to work out little things with either the offense or defense. And then back to Shadur, people are like, "Oh, Shadur's not going to make the Browns 53-man roster."
Yeah.
And they're already calling him a bust.
145 is not 1245 anyway.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
I think he's got a better chance of making the 53 than Dylan Gabriel does.
Yeah.
There's no way they keep all those quarterbacks.
No.
Flacco's probably going to be their starting quarterback going into the.
Yeah, I would say Flacco's number one.
Flacco.
Pickett's probably not making it because they gave up, I think, a 5th-round pick to get him. So Pickett maybe makes it. Then
I don't know.
Gabriel, Shadur, and Tyler Huntley.
Looks like Huntley's already been cut.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he has?
Yeah, at least I don't see him on here. You got Flacco, Pickett, Gabriel, Sanders.
Well, it's Shadur got hurt the other day in warm-ups before their joint practice with whoever they play this week.
Yesterday. Yeah, and an oblique injury.
It's not like he was going to start week 1.
No, he should. He should sit on the bench for a couple.
Yeah.
Couple years.
He might have been QB2 because I don't trust Kenny Pickett being my backup.
I do. Yeah. I would rather have Kenny Pickett than an unproven, untested rookie.
So you're telling me you would rather have Kenny Pickett over Shadur? Kenny Small Hands Pickett over Shadur Sanders?
Mm-hmm. It's just experience.
Let me throw this question out. Do the Titans trade for a backup quarterback? with Levis being out for the season. And the Buccaneers hilariously got Tim Boyle cut from the Titans. So now the Titans' backup quarterback is Brandon Allen.
Mm-hmm.
What you looking at, Bradley?
Oh, I'm looking up to see it. So it sounds like to me that about 57% of college baseball teams play on artificial turf. So I guess that's
injuries.
That's less than I thought. I thought there was more. That means 43% playing on clay. But even, I mean, I was looking at all the teams that play on artificial turf. Ohio State's one of them. Army's one of them. I mean, some of the good baseball North Carolina, some of the good baseball programs all play on clay, or I mean on artificial turf. The Bulls have done that, so I mean, it seems
I
to
knew
be
Ohio State did because when I went up there in 2023, I went past their, and I was walking around their campus. I went past their baseball stadium.
Yeah, I think a lot of them play. I think they've gotten away from, because think of this too. When you get rain, you could still kind of play. I mean, if you're out, obviously, if the outfield grass gets 2-footed, obviously you can't. But if it rains a little bit, you don't have to try to soften the clay as much as you would if you had clay field. So yeah, but yeah, no, I was hearing you guys' conversation about Shador. I looked it up. Yeah, give the kid a break.
Exactly.
Give the kid a break. I mean, Peyton Manning struggled in his rookie
Yes, he did.
year. Calm down, man.
Yep.
I mean,
Well, and most of these people saying that Shador's already a bust are your casual NFL fans that don't really know much about football.
he's a kid.
Eli wasn't that great either in his first year.
Yeah, he's a kid.
And it's just like not to switch leagues, but college. It's like these people that are still trying to put Penn State either number one or winning the Big Ten and making the national championship.
There are 2 in the AP poll. You see that?
That's ridiculous.
There are 2 in the AP poll.
That is ridiculous. That's way too high.
It's very misleading, the AP poll. I mean,
that's ridiculous. Ohio State should be in front of them.
I mean, the only reason why they're Texas number one is because there's a lot of people banking on of course Arch Manning. And that's the only reason why Texas is being ranked at number one.
Which I see. I don't have a problem with putting Texas number one.
Really?
I'm all for it. No, I don't. I don't have an issue with that. I have an issue with putting Penn State number 2. What have they proved?
Number 4. I don't think Clemson should be ranked that high.
I think with Clemson being at number 4, I think it's because of Dabo.
Oh,
and the brand. But Penn State at number 2, that's stupid.
Yeah, especially after getting their ass kicked in a bowl game. Yeah.
They don't get me wrong, they almost made the national championship.
Yeah, still they fell apart.
But still, they haven't won a bit. James Franklin always chokes in big games.
Yep.
And James Franklin can't win the big one.
Nope, and until he does, I'm not putting Penn State higher than probably I did my top 25, my preseason top 25. I put Penn State at 12. And until they prove to me that they can win a big game, they ain't going to sniff the top 5.
Is that the only team you guys disagree with in the top 5? Is Penn State?
I'm looking it up now. I'm going to look up.
Well, I think I have mine.
I got it right here, bud. I printed it out. It's Texas, Penn State, Ohio State, Clemson, Georgia, Notre Dame.
Georgia should not be in the top 5.
No.
Absolutely not.
Well,
that's SEC. Not to you, Bradley, but that's other SEC homer fans trying to stack SEC teams in the top 5.
Georgia Georgia is the team. They're the new Alabama. They're the ones that are the most hated out of everybody. I mean, you don't hate Texas because of Archie. You don't. And Alabama, as we've talked about on this show and many shows, everybody counts them out every year, and they're always there. And they're number 8 on the list too. And so
I think that's a fair placement for Alabama because Ty Simpson was just named the starting quarterback today.
Yeah. They have
I think I
at 9.
Other than Penn State, and then Clemson, and Clemson coming in at 4 is that's just recency bias. Clemson will be lucky to go 8-4 this year.
I don't think Clemson's making the ACC championship game.
Yeah.
Well, they've got another fellow ACC team at number 10 in Miami. Well, they must be really high on Carson Beck because I
don't trust Carson. You've heard me talk about it on our show, Bradley. I don't trust Carson Beck.
So I look at this right now. USF plays 3 top 25 teams to start their season. All 3 opponents are in the top 25. Boise State's at 25, Florida's at 15, Miami's at 10. So they'll start the season with 3 top 25 teams to start the season. Wow. Okay, interesting. Okay.
No, they open the year with Boise State.
They do. They're like 25th. Boise State.
Can I ask y'all this? Why is Tennessee ranked?
They're 24th.
Why? No, why?
Because somebody has to be.
Somebody has to be in that spot.
No.
My favorite SEC team's got to be there in that spot. So.
Okay, I'm all for Texas. I think Texas Tech's ranked too low.
No, I think looking at the back half of the top 25, you might be. It's so why they play the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like I can name you 3 teams I would move lower in the rankings. I would move Ole Miss down because they've got a new quarterback. I would move them down to like 23.
They're 21.
I would move them down 2 spots and probably put Texas Tech there. And this next one, this is nothing against Michigan, but I would move them down.
Of course you would.
Hear me out. I'm only moving them down 3 spots. And it's because they have a freshman quarterback.
No, I don't know.
They have Florida at 15. They better hope Wagway stays healthy.
Well, I read something on the Gators today. They were talking about this freshman that came in.
Transfer?
Yeah, is it Williams?
Let me look that up. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up real quick.
Trammell?
Oh, of course, Clearwater won tonight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I think South Carolina is ranked too low also.
I think South Carolina is ranked way too high.
I think Illinois is ranked way too high.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Way too high.
Same with Miami. I don't, like I said, I don't believe in Carson Beck.
I don't believe in Mario Cristobal.
No, ask Miami fans what's happened the last 2 years. They played Georgia Tech.
Don't want to play Georgia Tech. Don't want to play Georgia Tech.
No, and you know what? They escaped Virginia Tech last year. They got bailed out by the referees last year against Virginia Tech on that Hail Mary. That was a touchdown.
Yeah.
They've got DJ Lagway, Harrison Bailey, Aiden Warner, Tramel Jones Jr. are the 4 quarterbacks.
I've been hearing about him a lot. Tramel Jones Jr.
Jr.? Yeah, he's 18.
Freshman.
He played at Mandarin High School, which is in Jacksonville, Florida. Okay.
I know exactly where that is.
He's a local kid.
I've been to a few Mandarin High School games in my days of being up in Jacksonville. All my cousins went to Bishop Kenny that live in Florida. That lived in Jacksonville. They all went to Bishop Kenny, and that was their biggest rival. Was Mandarin.
What's that? Magic.
Yeah, those are the 4 that I see that are listed down as possible. Obviously, Lagway, they have Illinois at 12. How did Illinois get so high?
Yeah.
Because they're drinking the Brett Bielema juice.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Illinois is ranked, and I've heard it. Other shows I've watched on YouTube, people are saying, "Oh, Illinois is going to be this year's Indiana."
Huh? Really?
Illinois is not coming out of nowhere. If I'm picking this year's Indiana in the Big Ten, I'm going to say
Indiana.
Purdue.
No, it's Indiana.
Yeah, no, it's Purdue.
No, it's Iowa. It's Indiana.
Wait. Say the other team you just said again.
Iowa.
No, it's Indiana.
No, you said Iowa.
I said Indiana.
I said Iowa. I'm the one who said Iowa.
What did we say, Brad, on our show? They're little pet, that little bug.
Will not go away.
Right.
They're that little bug that you slap on your windshield.
Yep.
And you think, oh, okay, he's dead. He's gone.
Nope.
And I have a phrase that I use. They're just going to Kirk Ferentz their way to 8 wins.
He's going to be there until he
10
retires.
12. Yeah. I don't know.
Do you think at some point the athletic department steps in and says, look, Kirk, we appreciate how long you've been our head coach, but it's time for us to move in a new direction?
Yes.
Yeah. I think this is his last year. Yeah, I don't. Unless the bugaboo has been they can't score.
Well, what was the thing last year with his son as the offensive coordinator? How many points did they have to score? Was it 25?
Something like that. I'm trying to get this thing.
And they fail miserably.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, no, Adam, you're right. That's been their bugaboo the last 3 years. They can't score.
They were 8-5 last year. They were 6-3 in the conference a year ago.
That just proves to you that they're Kirk Ferentz their way to 8 wins.
They must have lost their bowl game because they finished the season 8-4.
Mm-hmm.
They must have lost the bowl game.
They did. They were one of the few Big Ten teams that lost their bowl game.
They lost to Missouri. 2017. The team that I picked to win the SEC last year. Yeah, I remember how that all went. Yeah.
And the team we talked about on our show,
where they
how
ranked?
they keep getting, they're not ranked.
They receive votes, but they're not ranked. I see that they receive votes, but they're
even
not
though
ranked.
they have the easiest schedule in the SEC.
Yep, they have the easiest conference schedule.
How can they keep getting away with that?
Yeah, they have. Who do they? I know they play Florida every year.
You know what? I got a new rivalry for Missouri. Why don't they play Missouri State every year?
Yeah.
I mean, that would make sense. They're both in the same state.
Yes, it would.
2000 football schedule. Here we go.
Iowa lost to Missouri State.
Missouri State wasn't a FBS team.
Missouri. Oh, yeah. Oh.
No, I was saying Missouri should adopt a rivalry with Missouri State.
Yeah, they They have Kansas, Louisiana, South Carolina.
Kansas is a rivalry game.
That's the first game of this.
Second game of the season.
Second game of the season.
The border war. Which it feels like we haven't seen that rivalry game in a while.
Yeah, their SEC games are South Carolina, Alabama, Auburn, Vandy, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Arkansas. Oh, they don't even play the Gators this year. Okay, that's interesting.
That's like Miami of Ohio. They play Cincinnati every year, and all of a sudden this year they don't play Cincinnati out of conference, which is weird.
Oh, that's interesting. We don't play that because Missouri's been the Gators' kind of like bugaboo since they came into the conference. We didn't play Missouri last year either. Did we? No. We haven't played Missouri since 2023. Okay.
I think they rotate through opponents every 2 years.
Yeah.
It's the same way with the Big Ten. Because we didn't play Iowa last year. And I believe we don't play Iowa this year either. No, we do. Unless my memory's off.
Yeah, see, they play. Oh, look at that. So in 2026, the Gators play Georgia in Atlanta on Halloween.
Trick or treat.
October 31st on Halloween night. Okay. I was looking to see if they had any. They have. Sometimes if you go look, you can see that. I saw the other day that USF is doing a one-on-one with Bowling Green. They did a bowling. They're doing Bowling Green.
Well, it says Bowling Green, but it is if we want to be correct, it is Bowling Green State University.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've always called it Bowling Green, but I was corrected by somebody that's a Bowling Green fan. They're like, no, it's not Bowling Green. It is Bowling Green State University.
Because they have a home and home, so they play them in 2030, I think, and then 2031. They're here.
Ohio State plays Alabama in a couple years.
Well, USF had set up something with Texas before COVID, so that's going to have to be worked out.
When were they supposed to play Texas?
In 2020, we were supposed to play them here at Raymond James Stadium, and then that got canceled because of COVID, and they were only allowed to play conference games.
Right.
I
would think they rescheduled that down the road.
I would hope so. I mean, that means we would go to Austin to play them at Longhorn Stadium in Austin. So, and my buddy Bobby, who's been on here before, he's leads the Longhorns. He's a huge Texas fan. Huge.
I think Ohio State plays at Texas next year.
Is it a neutral site game this year?
No, it's in Columbus, week 1 at noon, which I'm still not happy about. But you could say there's nothing none of us can do to get them to change it.
There's nothing better than Saturday afternoon football.
I'm a night owl. I like the night games. Ohio State, Texas play at noon. I just happen to be at work at noon during the game. And I know the bartender I work with is probably not going to have the game on.
Yeah, you're right, but they're at Texas next year.
Yeah.
September 12th. Saturday, September 12th. They're in Austin.
If we weren't doing Michigan and Oklahoma, we could have done Ohio State, Texas. But I looked at tickets for Ohio State, Texas this year. For nosebleed, $530.
Yeah. Yep.
That's why I'm kind of happy we're doing Oklahoma, Michigan next year.
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Well, and we'll probably be I'm looking forward to it too. We'll probably be in the press box if we can get media access.
I'm gonna hit that hard butt starting in like June of next year. I'm gonna go online and see if I can get media credentials.
See if you can get media and what was the one you told me to get? Yeah, see if you can get one or both.
Okay.
Because then one of us could be up in the press box, and the other one's down on the sideline or wherever they put the photo people.
Yeah, most of the time it's sideline, so you're down in the action the whole game.
I guess I get extra for myself.
Yep, you are down in the action the whole time.
Yeah, because I know what I would like credentials for. The World Cup.
Ooh, good one.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be right in my area, so I mean, why not?
Try it, Lou. Go for it.
Yeah, but it's so hard to get.
Diamondbacks are up 5-0 at the end of the third inning against the Rockies.
There's your response. Loser.
It was the game the other night when I went with my dad. It was 13-0 through 4. Clearwater was down 13-0 to Lakeland. And there's no 10-run rule in minor league baseball, so you have to keep.
There's
playing.
no 10-run rule in the pros either.
Nope, you got to keep playing.
Yeah,
play
Look
on.
at the who was it the other day? The Blue Jays. The Blue Jays beat the Rockies 20-1.
Yeah,
that game should have been called for lack of interest.
That's the first place Jays you're talking about. So,
yeah, the team that me and you, Bradley, said we're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
We both said they were going to be in 4th place.
And they're 4 games up on the Red Sox as we speak.
6 games up on the Yankees, 10.5 up on the Rays.
Yep.
And you know what? We're not going to even talk about the Orioles. The Orioles
suck.
Orioles fans, look forward to next year.
Watch your knitting trees video on MLB trade deadline. If you're in the trade deadline,
I have not checked it out yet.
I would watch it, but honestly, he's always funny about what he says. So,
there is a couple people I watched that talked about the trade deadline.
Yeah, he's funny. Well, I still have his video on the Toronto Maple Leafs. That hands down one of the best videos.
He needs to off.
Haven't watched him. For Maple Leaf stuff, I watched Steve Dangle.
Well, so if you watch U-Tree, he goes back to the history of the Maple Leafs and how bad their ownership was and the curse that they had put on themselves. And so
you mean choking in the playoffs?
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. Well, the thing I got to say is it's embarrassing when you could go on YouTube and you can search up Toronto Maple Leafs choking in the playoffs, and there's a video on it.
Yeah, of course.
I don't think they're ever going to win a Stanley Cup in our lifetime, so I don't think we have to worry about it.
I think they lost Mitch Marner because he's not there anymore. So let's see how they do now with
Tavares, Matthews, Nyes. I'm going to say the next one that gets moved is probably Matthews. When they decide they want to tear it down and restart again. Because you can get a big return for Austin Matthews.
Depends on his contract. But yeah, you could get a pretty good return.
Package back for him.
Yeah.
Oh, and then people are trying to say that Stamkos. Yes, he did have a bad year in Nashville last year, but they're trying to say, oh, he's washed. He just needs to retire.
Well, if he has another bad year, I'll agree.
Nashville, I think they had a down year last year. They had a lot of injuries. I tell you, who's going to be a sneaky team in the Eastern Conference next year? The Red Wings.
And then,
if they can stay healthy.
I don't think we did enough in the offseason to be competitive.
I don't think y'all finish in last place in the Atlantic.
I think it was the Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Or Montreal.
I think Montreal is going to be good next year. They barely missed the playoffs last year.
The team that you could talk about might be a dark horse in the Eastern Conference might be the Ottawa Senators, because sooner or later they're gonna get it right. I don't know. Yeah, it's got a funny feeling they're gonna be in the thick.
You know what? I do too. They got a lot of young guys.
I think it's Florida, Tampa Bay,
Ottawa,
maybe in third, Toronto fourth.
I could see Toronto taking a huge step back.
And then in the other side of the bracket, you got
Carolina.
Carolina's going to be dangerous. Carolina, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And the Islanders. I think the
Philly,
Senators,
maybe?
Rangers.
What about the Flyers?
I was just about to get to the Flyers. I think the Senators, Rangers, Flyers, Penguins, Capitals all disappoint. I think the Lightning.
Here's what I think. I think Pittsburgh's going to end up trading Crosby, Letang, and
No.
this year.
No.
Yes.
Oh, Crosby.
No.
Yes.
Crosby retired before he was traded.
Yeah. No, if Crosby won't, no, he's not going anywhere.
What about Erik Karlsson?
Erik Karlsson's, I would take him in a heartbeat.
Malkin won't go either. I think Malkin and Crosby.
No, Malkin and Crosby.
Well, there was talk at the deadline that for the right price, Malkin was available.
I just can't see them in another man's sweater.
Me either.
I can't either, but I said the same thing about Stamkos.
Yeah, but it's different. It's different because both sides knew that he was moving on. It's one thing. It's one of the coulda, woulda, shoulda. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Yeah, it's with Stamkos.
Well, and with Malkin, there's only maybe two teams I could see him waiving his no trade clause for. I think is he from Canada?
No, he's Russian.
Crosby's Canadian.
Yes, Crosby's Canadian. Malkin's Russian. I can't see either one of those guys waiving their no trade.
For Crosby, there's two teams I can see him waiving it. I can see him waiving it for any of the Canadian teams. That's it.
I can't see Crosby wanting to. He's been there for 20 years now. This will be his 20th season.
Like I said, only the Canadian teams. I can't see him waiving it for anybody else. Because maybe he says, look, if Pittsburgh's out of the race again this year, and I want another chance to win a Stanley Cup, and Pittsburgh's probably not going to be in contention like that for 2 or 3 more years, and I'm on the backside of my career, trade me to like Montreal or Ottawa or to Edmonton.
But see, then Edmonton's got Connor McDavid. Which, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't McDavid coming up due for a contract soon? I think I heard, read something that he's
going to get a hefty pay raise.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
And people are like, oh, he should ask out of Edmonton. He should request a trade.
I don't think he's another one that I don't think will leave unless
I don't think he will leave.
I
think it's more likely
anywhere.
that Crosby
He's a
waives his
lifer.
no trade clause to go to a Canadian team than it is McDavid leaving Edmonton.
It says right here, Connor McDavid contract rumor, $17 million Oilers deal could set new NHL salary record. So there you go.
Yeah, because the salary cap's going up.
Like each of the next 3 years.
He says he could be worth as much as $17.5 million per year.
Wow.
He's worth it.
That he is.
He's absolutely worth that $17 million.
McDavid, 20, entering his final season of his 8-year, $100 million deal he signed in 2017. Eligible to sign an extension since July 1st. The Oilers captain has yet to commit. Speaking wide, he's a smart kid. Obviously, he's going to wait till the end of the season, so that's not drawing media away from the Oilers, who, correct me if I'm wrong, have been in the Stanley Cup Finals the last 2 seasons.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah.
3 of the last 4?
I was going to say, I think they've been in 3 of the last 4.
Yes, 3 of the last 4. I have a feeling one of these next couple of years, they will win the Stanley Cup.
Or they won't.
Yeah.
There's only 2 Canadian teams I wouldn't be upset if they won the cup, and it would be Calgary and Edmonton.
Yeah,
I don't want to see Montreal. I don't want to see Ottawa. I don't want to see Toronto.
What about Vancouver?
Because I've already witnessed what happens when a Canadian team wins the Stanley Cup and their fans go absolutely berserk. Look at it.
Yes.
Look at Vancouver in 2011. 26.
You've never seen a Canadian team win the Stanley Cup?
Yes, I have. Vancouver.
No, you haven't.
They lost. They lost that to Boston.
I was going to say, the last Canadian team to win a cup was 1993. That was the Canadiens.
Montreal against LA.
They beat Los
Then
Angeles.
I haven't. I've seen what happens when you lose in the Stanley Cup Finals.
Yes.
AKA Vancouver 2011.
Mm-hmm.
Burning couches, burning police cars.
Edmonton 04. Or Calgary 04, excuse me.
Yeah.
Yep. To the Lightning.
Who was it in 06? Edmonton in 06. Edmonton was 06.
Yep. It's Carolina. Yep. That's right.
Yep.
It was Calgary, Edmonton, Ottawa. Because Ottawa then lost the following season to the Ducks.
To Anaheim. Yep.
And Anaheim hasn't been relevant since then.
Right.
No, not really.
And yet they go out and spend all this money signing people.
They got new uniforms. They're going back to the old Mighty Duck logo.
And the funny thing is, people say if McDavid leaves Edmonton, that one of the spots he might go is Anaheim.
Maybe.
I don't see it.
No. This is what I hate about the off season. It's nothing but reckless speculation for 6 freaking months.
Exactly. I hate it too. Whether it be hockey, whether it be football, whether it be college or pro.
Yes.
And people trying to speculate and say, oh, this team's going to be good this year. Like, people are already saying, like, Vanderbilt. They're like, oh, Vanderbilt's going to fall back down and go 4-8 this year. I personally don't see it.
So, speaking of that, guys, we'll see if they were talking. I watch a YouTube channel, The Hockey Guy. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yeah, I've seen his videos before.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yep.
He was doing a video the other day about teams that need to change their logo or either have recently changed their logo or will. So basically, the original 6 teams have never changed it other than Boston. Boston is the only one that has changed their logo.
It's had major changes.
Montreal is never going to.
Either will Toronto or Detroit or New York or Chicago.
Chicago. Yep.
Was St. Louis, when did they come in? What year?
They were the second.
68.
They were the second wave in.
St. Louis was the first wave.
Oh, first wave. I'm sorry. After the original 6. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. They were the first wave of expansion in 68. Because the Bruins, not the Bruins, sorry, the Blackhawks wanted someone to beat. Fun fact.
Yep, and that became a big rivalry. St. Louis, Chicago.
The ownership in Chicago was struggling to draw fans, so they were splitting time with. They were playing games down in St. Louis, and then the Hawks got good and started winning cups again, and they wanted a team in the region to be able to go beat every week. So they petitioned the league to put a team in St. Louis, sold off their assets down there to a marketing group. Not necessarily a marketing group, but to a group. And then the Blues were brought in. They were one of the last teams added during that first wave of expansion in '68.
Well, and then didn't they become rivals? The Blackhawks, didn't they become rivals with the Red Wings?
For years, yep.
Yeah. And the Mets lose another one.
Well, and then some of the greatest hockey rivalries were Blackhawks, Red Wings, Bruins, Canadians, Montreal, Toronto.
Toronto in the second round. Toronto in Game 7s with Boston.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. That's. And then Western Conference best rivalries were always the battle for Alberta, Edmonton, Calgary, all the fights that would happen.
Detroit, Colorado.
I was going to say there was no bigger rivalry in the 90s than Detroit, Colorado in hockey.
Yep.
When we were still in the West.
Yep.
Before we moved back to the East in 2010? When did we move back to the East?
Yeah, it was Columbus and Detroit that moved to the Eastern Conference.
They got tired of playing. They got tired of playing on the West Coast so often.
Yeah,
because the West Coast team and their fans, like Adam, got tired of having to stay up till 10 o'clock at night to watch the game.
Sure.
That's how I feel as a Rays fan when we're on the West Coast.
So what happened was that the Jets Atlanta moved back to
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. Was it Winnipeg?
Yes.
Was it Atlanta?
No, it was Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah, that's right. I thought so. Yeah.
No,
Coyotes.
Where did the Thrashers end up?
Atlanta Thrashers moved to Winnipeg, and the Arizona Coyotes are now in Utah.
The Mammoths.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, I was right. It was Atlanta.
They're already running. Did y'all see where the Utah Mammoth already have a lawsuit against him?
Yep.
I'm looking forward to them playing the Lightning.
I am too.
So much better.
I'm sorry, they could have picked something better than the Mammoth.
They wanted to be the
Mammoths are fucking cool.
But the cup company wouldn't let them use that name, so.
Yeah.
What is a mammoth? Please explain.
It's a furry elephant.
It's an ice age. During the ice age.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
After the dinosaurs were extinct, that was the next wave of animals.
So whenever somebody plays the mammoth this year, that's what they're gonna see as the Utah.
Mm-hmm.
As their whatever you call it.
Mascot.
Yeah. Yes.
As a Rays fan, I hate when the Rays play on the West Coast.
We all hate when our teams go off to play on the West Coast.
I don't like it either.
Especially like the Rays game tomorrow night doesn't start till 10:15.
Yeah.
Who are they playing?
which means it's not going to get over till probably
1 o'clock.
1 a.m.
1 a.m. if they don't go extra innings.
Better get the coffee on.
There you go.
play
You
the
know what?
Giants
I
tomorrow.
don't have this thing is I stay up late, so I don't have a problem with it. But there's people that have stuff to do on Saturday that can't stay up that late.
Oh.
Yeah,
Actually, the game starts tomorrow night at 9:05.
no.
That's
No,
Saturday.
that's Saturday.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
he's right.
My bad. I got a day ahead. I'm sorry. You're right. 10:15.
Yeah, that's messed up. That's weird. That tomorrow they start at 10:15, but then Saturday it's 9:05 and Sunday it's 4:05.
4:05.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, Sunday was
Like,
good.
why can't they ever have more than one primetime game on Sunday?
Because the ESPN.
TV contract?
Well, no.
Mhm.
I'm not saying
Well, and
it
it's-
has to
well-
be nationally televised. It could still be
No,
like, for
I'm
the
saying
Rays,
that that's why they don't. No, I'm saying that that's why they don't have more than one game at 8 o'clock or 7:30, is because of ESPN. Because ESPN wants exclusivity for that game, so
Right.
there's no other games on competing
Well,
with it.
but you
for
see, the issue
eyeballs
is
away.
next year there won't be any primetime games on it on ESPN because
Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and see if more.
to resolve that.
I think
Well, also, Sunday afternoon baseball is iconic. There's nothing quite like getting out of church, getting in the car, and going to the ballpark for a Sunday afternoon game.
Yeah.
okay, fair point.
And
I'm
the
gonna
other thing is,
I'm gonna say something.
ugh,
I think Apple TV or Amazon's gonna end up getting the primetime
Sunday night
game.
slot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Amazon getting it. That's what I have. I have both. I have Apple and Amazon, so I wouldn't care.
I have Amazon.
Oh, speaking of Apple TV and sports, if you haven't checked out Ted Lasso, highly recommend it.
I've heard of it, never seen it.
I have.
It's so good. I watched all 30 seasons in 24 straight hours. I didn't sleep for a day and a half.
That is diabolical.
It was so good. I couldn't. I had to know what was gonna happen. Every time I was like, one more episode and I'm going to bed. One more episode and I'm going to bed. One more episode and I'm going
That's
to bed.
diabolical, man.
it was
24
so
straight
good.
hours of watching it.
Yeah. Well, it was
Okay,
24.
you know what? I have to admit something. That's like me watching the Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix.
I wanted to see that, but I've seen only bits and pieces of that. I wanted to see all of it, but I haven't yet.
It's good, but it also keeps you on the edge of your seat because you're like, why did he only get convicted for one murder when he murdered 3 people?
Because they could only get him on the one.
And then the other thing with that is Tebow knew that Aaron Hernandez was a head case.
Everyone knew Hernandez was a head case. No one thought he was a fucking murderer.
They covered it up in Florida very well.
Oh, yes, they
Everyone knew he was a head case, but no one thought he was a murderer. No one knew he was, because when he did those murders after he left school.
Well, the thing that got me was they said he beat up his freshman year at Florida. He almost got kicked off the team because he would go to bars with some of his teammates that were of the age. And the bartenders would tell him, look, you have to pay your tab. And he refused. And the bouncers were trying to escort him out peacefully. And he punched a couple of them in the face.
I mean, that happens.
I never have, and I never will.
I'm not saying that you would. I'm just saying that it's not uncommon for people to get rowdy in a bar, in a bar.
Oh, no, absolutely not. The bar I go to, I see 2 of the last 2 times I've won, I've seen fights.
Yeah.
And some of them are for dumb reasons, but
Aren't 90% of all barroom brawls for a dumb reason?
Yes.
well, get this.
Right.
The first one I saw was a guy trying to break up 2 girls fighting.
You would be the type. Not you, him.
Exactly. No, that's the
I'm just
same
kidding.
thought I had. That's absolutely the same thought I had. I'm like, okay, why? First of all, you should know better. Let them fight.
All right.
It's not your fight to
Yes.
break up.
Please, Mr. Lineman, let the players fight.
I like it.
And I guess, Bradley, you can chime in.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'm looking up tickets to the Jets and Bucks game week 1 or week 3. Not bad. Couple $92 a ticket.
That's not terrible.
That's
That's
the
not-
they're wearing the white creamsicle jersey that night too.
Ugh.
Oh God.
They're wearing the all white
Yes.
creamsicle that
Yeah.
night against the Jets. Yeah.
Creamsicle.
Just a heads up, October 16th, I will not be on the show. I'm going to another concert.
I won't be here. We won't be there that week anyway, but I'll be on vacation. So I'll be on vacation in Orlando. So, but with that, should we end the show right there? For next week?
Oh, yes, yeah.
Lou, you want to talk about your show before we get off, bud?
All right. Enhanced Sports Show rolls on Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Number is 512-543-4662. We'll continue on, of course, MLB as we now enter the final 6 weeks of the season. We'll cover Little League World Series. We'll have our first college football prediction of the year, since the week after is the first week of the season, so I always do that ahead of time. I'll give thoughts on what you thought was your best of the NFL preseason opening week. Some had some good plays, others were not. And of course, NBA and WNBA news and UFC with WWE. Also, our ridiculous time of the week, which is going to be a doozy. Sports trivia, this date in history. Your thoughts and comments, of course, and the light sports story of the week. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook Live and like and share the Facebook page. So remember that Saturday, 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Once again, the number is 512-543-4662. Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll thank Nicole for
All right.
again for a little.
Yeah, for sure.
I thank the men and women of our armed services and our first responders. This has been the Walker Report, part of NGSC Sports. Guys, remember the website? It's ngscsports.com. I am the sports sir, Bradley Walker. This has been the Walker Report. Thanks to these 3 gentlemen for making this day of the week so much fun. Until next week, peace.
Good night, folks. Get out of here.